This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. I'm in Como, Italy. Now, one of these tiny, aesthetically pleasing, functionally near zero purpose balconies. I'm sitting in an ordinary kitchen chair, which I schlepped out here, and two of the legs are up on the threshold, and two of them are on the balcony. That's because the one that are on the balcony are bumped up against the rail, so there is not enough room for an ordinary kitchen chair, which is like 30 inches wide. I'm on Via de Independencia, and I am looking I think east. I'm in the historic district of Como. This is a tourist destination, and it is vacation time in Como, but by some elements I can't understand, nobody's here. So this is Sleepy Como, and I will be reading Paul Manafort's indictment. Now, a couple of background on this. I've read these indictments before. Our news literally touches on these things. And in general, I think every American has reason to complain about the questionable bias in our news. Well, here's one of the documents that is systematically unbiased. This is justice. This is not news making. And our news just touches on it briefly. So, if I could change things with this video, which I'm attempting to do, bring a few people attention to a topic that I think is important, and their attention to the detail would not get there otherwise. In other words, my supposition with this video is I'll read it to you. In other words, Tom Duty, recreational blogger, thinks this is important. I think that knowing the details are important, and I think most people would not read it on their own. So maybe if I read it to you, a few of you will be familiar with the details who would not be familiar with the details otherwise. Now, these are the first people moving on the street, and it is clear that I'm not getting any attention, which is exactly what I was hoping. Nobody uses these balconies, and I thought as soon as a foreigner uses one of the balconies, it's going to seem weird. Now, there are times I'm going to set the phone down. Which is going to look like that. And otherwise, I'm going to be whispering into the microphone with a library-like voice. So again, I'm on a Via de Independencia, Como, Italy, looking east. And this is a busy tourist destination. It's dawn, so you would think I would not have to whisper with a library-like voice. But I do, or at least I feel like I do. On to the indictment. One of the most clumsy things of this indictment of a dozen Russians is the difficulty with the names. So I'm going to refer to them as Victor, Boris, Ivan, Nikolay, and their amigos. They are all men. And there is a possibility that the actual gender of one of these who have been charged is misidentified by me and there is a woman, but I don't think there is a woman. So again, the people charged by Special Counsel Mueller, Robert Mueller, American FBI investigator and prosecutor. I will refer to those dozen as Victor, Boris, Ivan, Nikolay, and their amigos. I will also be clumsily reading this document. When I start reading the document, I will only read the document. My comments, my editorial, and my comments about my setting will not exist. It'll be exclusively the text of the document. And I will also be skipping sections. There are sections called... there are sections I shouldn't read. They're just... They're the boring parts of a boring document. So, with that, I begin. And again, the indictment of Victor, Boris, Ivan, Nikolay, and their amigos. Count 1. Conspiracy to commit offense against the United States in or around 2016. The Russian Federation, Russia, operated a military intelligence agency called the Main Intelligence Directorate of the General Staff, GRU. The GRU had multiple units, including 2165 and 74455, engaged in cyber operations that involved the staged release of documents stolen through computer intrusions. These units conduct large-scale cyber operations to interfere with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Defendants, Victor, Boris, Ivan, Nikolay, and their amigos, were GRU officers who knowingly had intentionally conspired with each other and with persons known and unknown to the grand jury. Collectively, the conspirators, to gain access to hack into the computers of U.S. persons and entities involved in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, steal documents from those computers, and stage releases of the stolen documents to interfere with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Starting at least March 2016, the conspirators used a variety of means to hack the email accounts of volunteers and employees of the U.S. presidential campaign of Hillary Clinton, aka the Clinton campaign, including the email account of Clinton's campaign chairman. By or around April 2016, the conspirators also hacked into computer networks of Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, DCCC, and the Democratic National Committee, DNC. The conspirators covertly monitored the computers of dozens of DCCC and DNC employees, implanted hundreds of files containing malicious computer code, malware, and stole emails and other documents from the DCCC and DNC. By in or around April 2016, the conspirators began to plan the release of materials stolen from the Clinton campaign, DCCC, and DNC. Beginning in or around June 2016, the conspirators alleged the release of tens of thousands of stolen documents and emails. They did so using fictitious online personas, including DC Leaks and Guccifer 2.0. The conspirators also used the Guccifer 2.0 persona to release additional stolen documents through a website maintained by an organization that had previously posted stolen documents from U.S. persons, entities, and the U.S. government. The conspirators continued their U.S. election interference operation through in or around November 2016 to hide their connections to Russia and the Russian government. The conspirators used false identities and made false statements about their identities to further avoid detection. The conspirators used a network of computers located across the world, including the United States, and paid for this infrastructure using cryptocurrency. Defendant Victor was a Russian military officer in command of Unit 26165, located at 20 Komsomolsky Prospect, Moscow, Russia. Unit 26165 had primary responsibility for hacking the DCCC and DNC, as well as the email accounts of individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign. Defendant Boris was a major in the U.S. military assigned to Unit 26165. Antonov oversaw a department within Unit 26165 dedicated to targeting military, political, government, and non-governmental organizations with spear phishing emails and other computer intrusion activity. Antonov held the title Head of Department. In or around 2016, Antonov supervised other conspirators who targeted the DCCC, DNC, and individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign. Dmitry was a Russian military officer assigned to unit who held the assistant head of department in or around 2016. Badin, along with Antonov, supervised other co-conspirators who targeted the DCCC, DNC, and individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign. 12. Defendant Ivan was a Russian military officer in Antonov Department Unit 26165. Since in or around 2010, Ivan used various online personas, including Kate S. Milton, James McMorgans and Karen Millen to conduct hacking operations on behalf of Unit 26165 in or around March 2016. Yvonne participated in hacking at least 2 email accounts, of which campaign-related documents were released through DC leaks in or around May 2016. Yvonne also participated in hacking the DNC email server and stealing DNC emails that were later released through Organization 1. Defendant Lukashev was a senior lieutenant in the Russian military assigned to Antonov Department Unit 26165. Lukashev used various online personas including Den Kattenberg and Yuliana Martinova. In or around 2016, Lukashev sent spear phishing emails to members of the Clinton campaign and affiliated individuals, including the chairman of the Clinton campaign. Defendant charge 14. Morgachev was a lieutenant colonel in the Russian military assigned to Unit 26165. Morgachev oversaw a department within Unit 26165 dedicated to developing and managing malware, including a hacking tool used by GRU known as X-Agent. During the hacking of DCCC and DNC networks, Morgachev supervised the co-conspirators who developed and monitored X-Agent malware implanted on those computers. Defendant Kozachek was a lieutenant captain in the Russian military assigned to Morgachev Department Unit within 26165. Kozachek used a variety of monikers, including Kazakh and blah 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 1 2 3 4 5 6 5. Kozachek developed, customized, and monitored X-Agent malware used to hack the DCCC and DNC networks beginning in or around 2016. Defendant Pavel Yurshov was a Russian military officer assigned to Morgachev's Department Unit 26165 in or around 2016. Yurshov assisted Kozachek and other co-conspirators in testing and customizing X-Agent malware before actual deployment and use. Defendant Malishev was a second lieutenant in the Russian military assigned to Morgachev Department Unit 26165. Malyshev used a variety of monikers including Django and Real Blah TR. In or around 2016, Malyshev monitored ex-agent malware implanted on the DCCC and DNC networks. Defendant Ozad Chuk is a Russian military commanding officer, Unit 7455. Unit 7455 was located at 22 Kirova Street, Moscow, a building referred to in GRU as the Tower. 7455 assisted to release of stolen documents through DC Leaks and Guccifer 2.0 personas. The promotion of those releases and the publications of anti-Clinton content, social media accounts operated by the GRU. Defendant Potemkin was an officer in the Russian military assigned to Unit 7455. Potemkin was a supervisor in the department within Unit 7455, responsible for the administration of computer infrastructure used in cyber operations. Infrastructure and social media accounts administered by Potemkin's department were used, among other things, to assist the release of stolen documents through the DC Leaks and Guccifer 2.0 personas. Object of the conspiracy. The object of the conspiracy was to hack into the computers of U.S. personas and entities involved in the 2016 presidential election and steal documents of those computers, stage release of stolen documents to interfere with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Manner and means of conspiracy. Antonov, Badin, Yermakov, Lukashev, and their co-conspirators targeted victims using technique known as spear phishing to steal victims' passwords, otherwise gain access to their computers. Beginning by at least March 2016, the conspirators targeted over 300 individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign, DCCC, and DNC. For example, about March 19th, Lukashev and his co-conspirators created and sent spear phishing email to the chairman of the Clinton campaign. Lukashev used the account John365GH as an online service that abreviated a lengthy website address referred to as URL shortening service. Lukashev used the account to mask a link contained in the spear phishing email, which directed the recipient to GRU created website. Lukashev altered the appearance of the sender in the email
to make it look like the email was security notification from Google, a technique known as spoofing. Instructing the user to change his password by clicking on an embedded link. Those instructions were followed. On or about March 21st, 2016, Lukashev, Yermakov, and their co-conspirators stole the contents of the chairman email account, which consisted of over 50,000 emails. Starting on or about March 19th, 2016, Lukashev and his co-conspirators sent spear phishing emails to the personal accounts of other individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign, including its campaign manager and senior foreign policy advisor. On or about March 25th, Lukashev used the same joint John 365GH account to mask additional links included in spear phishing emails sent to numerous individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign, including victims 1 and 2. Lukashev sent these emails from the Russian-based email account hi.mymail@yandex.com that he spoofed to appear to be from Google. On or about March 28, 2016, Yermakov researched the names of victims 1 and 2 and their association with Clinton on various social media sites. Through their spear phishing operations, Lukashev, Yermakov, and their co-conspirators successfully stole email credentials and thousands of emails from numerous individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign. Many of these stolen emails, including those from victim 1 and 2, were later released by conspirators through DC leaks. On or about April 6th, the conspirators created an email account in the name with one letter deviating from the actual spelling of known member of the Clinton campaign. The conspirators then used the account to spend fear phishing emails to work accounts of more than 30 different Clinton campaign employees. In the spear phishing emails, Lukashev and his co-conspirators embedded a link purporting to direct the recipients to a document titled Hillary Clinton Favorable Rating .xlsx. In fact, the link directed the recipient computers to a GRU website. The corporate spear phishing individuals affiliate with the Clinton campaign throughout the summer of 2016, for example, attempted after hours to spear phish first-time email accounts at a domain hosted by a third-party provider used by the Clinton personnel office. At or around the same time, they targeted 76 email addresses at the domain for the Clinton campaign. 23. Hacking into the DCCC network. Beginning in or around March 2016, the conspirators, in addition to their spear phishing efforts, researched the DCCC and DNC networks to identify technical specification vulnerabilities. For example, beginning around about March 15th, Yermakov ran a technical query for DNC Internet Protocol configurations to identify connect devices. On or about the same day, Yermakov searched for source information about the DNC network. The Democratic Party and Hillary Clinton. Letter C. On or about April 7th, Yermakov ran a technical query for the DCCC Internet Protocol configurations to identify connected devices. By in or around April 2016, within days of Yermakov searching regarding the DCCC, the conspirators hacked into the DCCC computer network. Once they gained access, they installed and managed different types of malware to explore DCCC network and steal data. On or about April 12th, the conspirators used the stolen credentials of the DCCC employees, Employee 1, to access DCCC network. DCCC employee had received a spear phishing email from the conspirators on or about April 6th and entered the password by clicking on the link. Between in or around April 26th and April and June of 2016, the conspirators installed multiple versions of their X-agent malware on at least 10 DCCC computers, which allowed them to monitor individual employees' computer activity, steal passwords, and maintain access to the DCCC network. C. X-agent malware implanted on the DCCC network transmitted information from the victim's computers on the GRU leased server located in Arizona. The conspirators referred to the server as their AMS panel. Kozacek, Malashek, and their co-conspirators logged into the AMS panel to use X-agent keylog and screenshot functions in the course of monitoring and surveying activity on the DCCC computers. The keylog function allowed the conspirators to capture keystrokes by the DCCC employees. The screenshot functions allowed the co-conspirators to take pictures of the DCCC employees' computer screens. For example, on or about April 14, 2016, the conspirators repeatedly activated X-agent, keylog, and screenshot functions to surveil DCCC Employee 1 computer activity over the course of 8 hours. During that time, the conspirators captured DCCC Employee 1's communication with coworkers and the password she entered while working on fundraising